Hi guys, my name is Rachel Strauss from Woodburn Corner, and today we are going to talk about lettering when it comes to wood burning, because there are some tips and tricks to make those really clean lines in your lettering, and so I thought I would share some of them with you today. So I personally am not a calligrapher. I use fonts when I am doing anything lettering on my pieces, and I like to get really clean lines as I possibly can when I am lettering, because I just think it makes the piece look so much better and cleaner and tighter, and that's what we're all aiming for, right? So I have a couple of tricks that I thought I would share with you guys. My biggest trick is to use a laser printer and the good old walnut hollow Versatool with the transfer point. This is how I transfer my lettering to my wood, and you want to make sure, tip number one is that you print it in reverse. So print it with the writing backwards, because when you transfer it, otherwise it'll flip and you don't want that. So you have to have a laser printer, just the walnut hollow Versatool. I like to do it on, if I'm using basswood, I like to do it on about the middle range of the red zone, and wait for it to get nice and hot, and you're just going to take your laser printed design that has the writing printed in reverse, place it onto your wood however you want it, tape it down on one side or on however many sides you feel necessary, but just make sure that the tape isn't too close to where the writing is, because otherwise you'll melt the tape, which isn't fun. And then you're just going to be doing circles, and you want to press. That's the trick. You also want to make sure that before you do any transferring, that your wood is sanded smooth. Use a pretty high grit, 220 or above, to really get that super smooth wood. Make sure it's not like dust free, and then get started, because that really will make for a super clean transfer. And when you have a really clean transfer, it makes it so much easier to get those really nice lines that are just perfect, or as perfect as you can get them. The other thing that I would talk to you about when it comes to lettering is the different types of points that you can use when you're lettering, because there are some that work better than others. I know a lot of people love just the classic ballpoint tip, because it allows you to go in every direction without hitting any edges. I personally love, I love a ballpoint, but I also really like just the drawing points, or a curved or loop point, because I too think that I can go almost in any direction that I want, but I have a little more control. And then there are also people that like to use just the universal point on the Versatool, which has a bit of an angle to it, but it allows you to get into all of the different parts of the design. You just have to go really slow and make sure that you're using that angle properly, so you don't get stuck anywhere. But that's all I have for you guys today. There are many more tips out there when it comes to using lettering on wood and wood burning lettering on wood. If you are doing calligraphy where you are going to be drawing directly onto the wood, I suggest doing a ballpoint first and then going back with either a universal tip or a drawing point to fill in. I like to tell people to do more of a foligraphy, where you get those first steps down and then you fill in the thicker areas. But that's all I have for you guys today. Come back next week. I will have more stuff for you. And if you have any questions or things that you want me to cover, just drop me a line and I will be happy to cover them. All right, talk to you guys later.